everyone, it's Patti Behan, and thank you for joining me in the studio today. In this video, I'm going to show you a technique we call foam stenciling with perfect pearls. So let's get started. Okay, to begin, I have a piece of Tim Holtz Distress Heavyweight Black Matte cardstock, and I have a stencil here, and we have our perfect pearls, and we have some blending tools with the domed foam. And to start, I'm going to place the stencil onto the cardstock, and I want to make a black border around all of the four edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm placing this stencil in the middle of the cardstock, and then I'm going to take a piece of repositionable tape. You could use washi tape. When I put this down, I'm covering some of this cardstock here to make my fourth border. So I'm going to have a dark black border on all four sides. And this is also holding down my cardstock and the stencil. So now the next thing we have to do is make our perfect pearl paint. And the first color I'm going to use is mint. And I open the jar. And I'm gonna use the back of my brush to put like a pile of pearls onto the craft sheet here. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of water to start. I wanna make a pretty thick paint. So maybe like 2 drops of water here. And then mix it up till all the powder is dissolved. And then I'm going to take my mini blending tool with foam, and I can put this paint on right here to use all that up. And then I'm just gonna grab this onto the foam, and then I'm going to just stamp through the stencil to apply the pearls. And the trick is to not have a lot of water, and you'll get a better result. And you could do this with any kind of stencil that has wider openings. I wouldn't suggest like a stencil that has like very small openings, because it'll be hard to get through the cracks. Okay, I think that's good. We're going to use 4 different colors here. Okay. So now the next color is turquoise, and I'll do the same process. I'm gonna wipe off my brush here, and then I'll scoop out some onto the craft sheet. I have to rinse my brush here a little bit before I start. I still had some mint on there. Okay, and then I'll add a little bit of water to make my paint. Just mix it in till it dissolves. Grab my next foam. These foams are replaceable. You could, if you only have 1 tool and more foams, you don't have to use 4 tools. But I'm just doing it for the video's sake. It's a little faster than switching the foams. And I do the same process. And I'm blending the 2 colors a little bit when I'm switching colors. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to go on to our next color. I'm going to use Grape Fizz. Gonna rinse out my brush. I love the sound of the swishing the brush in the water. I don't know why. Okay, make sure I have a nice little pile here. And then add some water. A little bit more. going to grab my tool, and it's always there's a lot of paint on this brush, so it's a good idea to brush the paint on first. Dab up the rest, stamp it down. These colors are so pretty. I can't wait to show you how this is coming out. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to go to our last color, which is pink gumball, to finish this up. And again, same procedure. Get some onto the craft sheet. Add some water. Okay. And you know, you could probably do this without a stencil, just dab onto the background of a card. I think that would make a cool technique as well. Okay. Make sure you get it mixed up really well. Brush it on the foam. Dab it on. And remember, we don't want a whole lot of water, because it'll seep through the stencil, and you may have to, if you add too much water, you may have to do multiple layers. This makes it, with a thicker paint, it makes it more vibrant. Okay. And I think that's good. And I'm going to lift up the stencil like so. Oh, that came out so pretty. Let me bring it up closer. See how that shines. Came out great. All right. And I just want to clean this up a second, and we're going to put the card together. I'm using a white card, so I don't want to get any pearls on the card. So I just want to wipe this up before we go. And this is, since we used water with this is already set, and so you don't need to do any sealer or do anything more. You're just ready to adhere it. And so I'm going to take a tape runner to glue it down. So, and I have a top folding card here. This is an A2 size. I previously trimmed this down to this black cardstock to 4 inches by 5 1/4, so that we have a nice border here. Looks awesome on the white background. I love the contrast. And then I already embossed my sentiment, and I'm adhering it with some foam tape. And then we'll add it, I guess, right here. You don't want to put things in the middle for a nice design. It's more, it looks better when you have something that's off center. So here you have our finished card. And so let me show you some more things that you could do, of examples that we've done before. Here's another one using some of the similar colors. This one we have one color, and it's embossed with white embossing powder over top, so you can emboss over it. That's a nice look. Here we have another one with multiple colors. Trying to catch the shimmer in the light for you. And we also have some liquid pearls in here. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a nice accent as well. Here's a pretty one with one color. Hard to tell. There you go. Love the sweet little ribbon on there as well. And then here's another one we did with the different colors. And this is embossed as well with some liquid pearl dots. So that's really it. I hope you give this a try and have some fun. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.